Young people with eating disorders are increasingly looking online for help with their problems. The Children's Commissioner for England says she's concerned that they're part of a growing trend for children with mental health issues turning to the internet rather than seeking professional help. Sarah Campbell went to meet one young woman from Lincolnshire who says she's using her blog to help herself and others recover from anorexia.
I'm going to be making a protein blondie.
Cooking and sharing her thoughts and recipes online has become an important part of 16-year-old Ashley's recovery from anorexia nervosa.
I love chocolate, so I'm going to put some in. Food was my life because it was every aspect of it. I was trying to control it.
Did you start this blog with the idea of helping other people with eating disorders?
Yes, definitely, because I see that there's so many people out there who want help but are almost too afraid to go out there and speak about it, that it's a lot easier to put in a Google search than it is to open your mouth and say something.
Photo taken, the recipe is posted on Instagram. Immediately, the likes and comments appear from some of Ashley's 14,000 followers.
It's just phenomenal how quickly whatever you put online can just be seen in an instant, so you have to be really careful about what you put online.
She started her blog after seeing other recovery sites, and charities say a growing number of young people with eating disorders are turning to social media.
Being anonymous online might give them the opportunity to open up a little bit more about what's going on in their lives, and finding somebody who's going through the same thing can be extremely reassuring.
Eating disorders tend to affect young people, and they've grown up with social media, so it's hardly surprising that's where they look to for support. But there are concerns that some may turn to bloggers rather than doctors for help. Experts at this treatment centre say they're concerned that children as young as 10 could be influenced by what they see online.
Eating disorders are a serious life-threatening illness that do need medical intervention and specialist medical care from providers. And if you're just going on Instagram or social media to seek your support, you might be missing the severity of your illness.
Ashley was diagnosed 3 years ago, and her recovery has been with the help of doctors, her family and social media.
At the time, she was so ill and eating so little that when she suggested that she was using Instagram, I was initially a bit worried about it. But once she showed me that it was positive, what I could see was she was actually eating.
And now Ashley is even working with food companies, testing and recommending selected products. She's studying for her A-levels and continues to document her recovery online. Sarah Campbell, BBC News.
There isn't enough awareness around eating disorders as a whole and the kind of people that they can affect, which is anyone.
Eating disorders aren't always visible, but that doesn't mean they don't exist. A new video for National Eating Disorders Awareness Week proves that even people who don't appear to be suffering from the disease are still struggling. And they want you to know it's not easy and goes way beyond wanting to be skinny.
An eating disorder is a mental illness, and it's not something that we can change.
Did you know eating disorders affect 20 million women and 10 million men in America? It often starts young, sometimes as young as 6 years old. More than 50% of girls between the ages of 6 and 12 are scared of getting fat. And race doesn't matter. Hispanic, Black, white, Asian are all similarly at risk. The long-term effects are pretty scary too. People who suffer from eating disorders are 4 times more likely to abuse alcohol and drugs, and many are also depressed. That changed a bit in the 80s when famous pop star Karen Carpenter died of complications from anorexia. Since then, stars like Demi Lovato have spoken out about their own eating disorders, helping shed more light on the problem. But it's still a tough subject to tackle.
Shame lives in shadows, and unless you talk about it, it doesn't get better.